It's week 7 of the National Football League, and it's a battle for bragging rights between Ohio's two teams. It's the Bengals and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. We are in store for a great game today, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, along for the ride in this one. We love these kind of games, Brock, and that's because we had a pair of teams who both gotten off to good starts this season. They find themselves with winning records as we now work our way through the front half of this schedule.
Yeah, you know, we try to be pros, and every game, right, is a big game, but when you have teams that have gotten off to these starts, we know these are both playoff caliber teams. They look that way right now. And this is also a measuring stick game, and a great one where you don't have the consequences of lose and go home. Just a wonderful test for you, for me, for the fans, and most importantly for those guys on the field.
The veneer of a new season is gone as we hit the middle third of the schedule. It's away here in week 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those two played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. We get a look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Burrow from the gun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. To throw again, it's Burrow. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. They'll run here. It's Zach Moss who gets it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. Bringing him out to #1 pick in 2015, a former league leader in passing, it's Jameis Winston.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Design bootleg here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Of all the ways the first points could go up on the board, a safety, well, it's one of the more rare and least likely, and we nearly saw it right there. What a great spot for the aggressiveness of that defense. And the QB, well, he nearly obliged them by dancing way too close to the goal line. We're still scoreless, just barely.
The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And as this season progresses, he's been a steady producer for this offense, leading the league in receptions to this point. On first down, here's Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Winston escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running right, it's Williams. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action on 1st down. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
To throw, here's Winston. Looking for a target. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Zach Taylor decisive. He's got the challenge flag out there.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Connection made to Judy. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 23. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it. It's
caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This from 48 on the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Starting the drive with a give to Moss. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Burrow. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. Renfro on the catch. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. A quick slant. Here's Gesicki. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Jukes one defender, and he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's good for 6 yards, but it sets up 4th down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 10-3 ball game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Back to the well again. And they had that one contained right at the line. Dax Hill up for the stop. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Here's Winston. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Got his target. It's Higgins. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, it's Moss. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Burrow back to throw. It's Greg Newsome on the interception. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a quarterback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Throwing is Winston. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Winston to throw it. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Winston to the air. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one and kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Winston now. That's brought in by Hunt. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Browns a first. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. David Njoku, the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns tie things 10-10. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And we're all knotted up at 10 after that interception was turned into a touchdown. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Finds the in route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Got it, man. It's Gesicki. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. And it's the Bengals, who have 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. 3rd and just 2 to go. To throw again, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's on the move. He can run it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. 1st down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. 2nd down, looking for options. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. Burrow to the air now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We've arrived at the break, and what a 2nd half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling down south to take on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those 2 teams approach halftime. Geno Smith throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. 2 touchdowns there for Dameon Pierce. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Browns have the football first to start the 3rd, and here comes their offense. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Winston. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the...
Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
First down, Burrow to throw. Able to find Renfro here. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Burrow from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He takes it himself.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
From the 29. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here.
Here we go.
3rd down, here's Moss. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Play action now, Burrow. That pass caught by Renfro. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Tight end going in motion here. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Sheds off a rusher. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Remain Pratt with the play defensively. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that lap.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Second and 13. Catch made by All. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Shotgun now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Burrow setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto and a sack.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. There's a 44-yard look from the right hash. Butker knocks it through, and that'll double their lead to 6.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and Jameis Winston ready to go once again on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one complete to Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Motioning him from the slot right. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10.
Another run for Williams. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Remain Pratt with the play defensively. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Winston to throw it. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10.
Here's Winston to the air. Stays in the pocket. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. It'll be Corey Bajorquez doing the honors. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Moss. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. So we're through 3 here. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing from near his own goal line. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he goes down at the 10-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're now set for 1st and 10. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now Burrow. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that brings up 4th and short. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Browns will go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw, here's Winston. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throw reeled in by Njoku. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Browns come through to tie it in the 4th. The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a 4th quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the 4th quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Starting the drive with a give to Moss. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Burrow out of the shotgun. Oh, fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Winston now. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Give to Williams from the gun. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th.
Kate, they had a chance to take a field goal out of the picture, and I don't know how I can quantify this other than hope. Now you've provided hope for that opponent because they know just get themselves into range and they can take care of business on their end.
Out comes the offense for the Bengals. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 47-yard line.
Motioning the tight end left. 2nd and 3. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Bengals trail by just 1. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Into traffic, complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Here he is to throw. Buys time, rolling right. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Moss. And a nice effort there to fight forward for a decent gain. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its 2nd. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They look to run with Moss. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals jump in front late. Zach Moss, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time, it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Here's Ford on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And now the Bengals have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Bengals to take over once again. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.